Good morning.
Morning.
My name is Noah Smith. I'm a senior here at Clearview Regional High School, and I will be the Master of Ceremonies for today's event. We thank you for joining us this morning for our Day of Remembrance program. This event opens Memorial Day weekend with a reminder of those who gave their lives for our country. Also, we'd like to welcome our administration and members of our local elected councils being here with us today. We will begin today's performance with our national anthem. We ask you to please stand if able. Military personnel, please salute the flag. Now please welcome to the stage the Clearview Ensemble under the direction of Tyler Evans. The Wind Ensemble is accompanied today by our honor guard provided by the Mantua VFW Post 7679 under the direction of Joe Evans. let us please welcome to the stage the Superintendent of the Schools for Clearview Regional High School District, Mr. John Horchak.
Good morning. Thank you for joining us today. I've always been proud to be part of the Clearview regional community for many reasons, including traditions like today's, also the academic success of our students, and for your community support. In our current era, a time when all of societal ills seem to be growing, our country's character lacking, and our country often struggling to find its moral compass. The traditions like today's ceremony and the message that the Clearview Regional School District community respects and honors our veterans, our flag, our military, and our country. It's more important than ever. And today's program provides us an opportunity not only for our current students and staff to showcase their work and their talents, but more importantly, to honor those who made the ultimate sacrifice, some of whom are Clearview graduates. And I've always believed that strong, supportive community sets Clearview apart from other communities and other school districts, and it defines our character. So as a district, we try to find opportunities for our students to be exposed to patriotic settings and engage with our community members. For example, this past fall, Mr. Ernest and a select group of students of our band attended a flag dedication ceremony out at the Village of Country Gardens. And that type of venue provided a chance for our students to perform in addition to engaging with our community members. So those types of little experiences help develop and enhance understanding of how important our veterans are. Today, students, staff, and community members, we come together to reflect and honor people who afford us all the freedoms and liberties that we have today. As many of you know, possibly better than me, the military is full of tradition. And to me, growing up in an era with a father who was a Marine in the Korean War, Memorial Day was always an important day. There was always a deep respect for those who serve our country. When I visited my father's gravesite at a veterans ceremony, the cemetery, especially on days like Memorial Day and 4th of July, I often find myself being mesmerized by the thousands of American flags, one on each gravesite. And to me, that's a very powerful vision and represents the vast sacrifices that were made and continue to be made. From a parental perspective, I've developed an even deeper appreciation for the military, because I've been fortunate to be and see firsthand, be a witness to the traditions and values that were instilled in my son and his colleagues during their years at one of our nation's military academies. These young men and women provide us hope, and that we believe our country's future is in good hands. From a school perspective, I don't think it's a coincidence that the values of the military, including character, service, honor, integrity, placing self before others. There's no coincidence that the very similar traits that schools look for when we are selecting our students for the National Honor Society. Maintaining those values in the military will serve all of us well. regardless of the career path we've chosen. To those of you who have served and are still serving, thank you. May your efforts never be forgotten. Thank you for attending today and helping us celebrate our military service members. I hope you enjoy our wonderful students and talented students, their performance today, and have a safe start and a safe Memorial Day weekend. Thank you.
Now, please welcome back to the stage Mr. Warnes, accompanied by our featured soloist, Juliana Stout. Every year, VFW posts around the country sponsor middle school and high school students in an essay contest, celebrating the best attributes of this country. This year, we are joined by one of the VFW Post 7679 Voice of Democracy High School Award winners. Presenting his award-winning essay, please welcome Clearview Senior, Joseph Lilly.
Hello everybody, I want to thank you all for being here. I want to say special thanks to the VFW for giving me this award. It's truly an honor. And then also special thanks to Mr. Warnes for allowing me to speak here. The greatest attributes that make up our democracy are the people's right to dream and become whoever they want to be. My dream is to become an aerospace engineer. Growing up, I've always had a passion for building things, from Lego towers to machines in Minecraft. My father was a pilot in the U.S. Army, and throughout my youth, I was always exhilarated to visit my dad at the airfield when he wasn't deployed. I was always welcomed on base, where I had the opportunity to learn about various aircrafts and their operations. I would sit in the cockpit of the aircraft and be in awe. There were buttons and levers everywhere, from the seats to the ceiling. Sitting next to my dad, I would ask, "What does this do? How do I turn it on? Can we fly?" When my father was deployed, I remember those Skype calls when I got to speak to him, although he was many miles away at war serving our country. I will never forget how at peace he was amidst all the chaos around him. My father knew he was doing the right thing, and in my eyes, he was helping the people. But deep down, there was a doubting voice telling me that there's always a chance that he would not pick up the next call. I feared that this would be the last time hearing his voice. And I was looking for a way to protect him when I realized that this could be my job when I grow up. Seeing my dad's bravery to put his life at risk for our country and for the safety of others sparked a burning desire in me to defend our country from any threat, either foreign or domestic. When our country is faced with adversity, we unite to fight against a common enemy, despite our differences. And it's only through our democracy that we can play our desired role in defending our country. I believe that my role is to defend our country through innovative design of aerospace engineering by getting a college education and employment in our country's defense industry. If our system of government determines who I am instead of me choosing whom I want to become, the greatest attribute of our democracy will be stripped away from me. I have witnessed firsthand where foreign governments have dictated who gets what job by the time their children reach America's equivalent of the 5th grade. This means that if 5th grade me had a negative experience that affected my ability to perform well in school, I would be categorized as ineligible for complex, higher-paying career paths. Thus, students who dream for a more complex, higher-paying career path would be prevented from following their dreams, and because the government labeled and ruled them out from a young age. I value the greatest attribute of our democracy because it allows me to follow my dream of becoming an aerospace engineer. And I'm so grateful for the freedom to dream and become who I want to be. Thank you.
What a speech by Joe, gotta say. Smart kid. The bugle call TAPS is one of the most revered military bugle calls in use today. According to the President's own Marine Band history, the tradition began in 1862 when Union Army Brigade bugler Oliver W. Norton first sounded the call on the banks of the James River in Virginia. The call began being used for ceremonial purposes almost immediately following its composition, and it was in 1891 that the United States Army drill regulations made it mandatory for funerals of military personnel. Today's rendition of TAPS will be performed by Clearview Senior Austin Shank and sophomore Ray Shockey. please welcome Athletic Director, Clearview Regional High School District, Mr. Mike Vicente.
Wow, good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for being a part of this. Thank you to our students, thank you to our staff, and thank you to our community and our administrators. This is a truly important event that we all take a lot of pride in. Memorial Day is a day when we honor our fallen men and women of our military. To me, when I think of Memorial Day, three things come to mind. First, sacrifice. Many men and women lost their lives before they had an opportunity to even begin their own lives. They put our country first before themselves. To me, that is the most honorable commitment anyone can make. The second thing that comes to my mind is courage. Conflict and war is not something that is encouraged or positive, but at times it's necessary. Knowing that loss of life is a real possibility, serving in our military is an extremely courageous act. The most selfless decision anyone can make. The third thing that comes to my mind is thankful. Because of the ultimate sacrifices of the courageous men and women of our military, we live in a free and safe country. I'm extremely thankful for those who made that commitment to serve in our military and sacrificed their lives to provide us comfort and freedoms. Monday, please, if you can all take a moment to pause and reflect and remember our fallen heroes. Thank you.
All right, before we continue, I do have a special shout out. One of the members of the family of one of our band members here, it's actually their 94th birthday. Retired military personnel, Mr. Joel Cedar. Can we give a round of applause for him? As is tradition for the Day of Remembrance, the Wind Ensemble will perform a medley of military branch songs. We ask that if you're an active member of the military, retired from the military, or if you have family that served or are currently serving, to please stand when you hear the song from the branch of service that you're from. We now present Bob Gladden's arrangement of the Armed Forces Medley. United States Army. We would like to thank you once again for joining us for our Day of Remembrance ceremony. There will be light refreshments in the lobby provided by Ms. McCullough and the Clearview Culinary Department. Special thanks to Ms. McCullough and her students for their support. Additionally, we'd like to thank Mr. Joe Heitman and the VFW Post 7679 for providing the honor guard and for all their support of our program. Please help me in giving a round of applause for Mr. Heitman and VFW Post 7679. We will close our musical program with two selections of an enigmatic of the American spirit. First, Carmen Dragon's beautiful setting of America the Beautiful, followed by our national march, John Philip Sousa's The Stars and Stripes Forever. The Wind Ensemble is joined on stage for these pieces by three members of the New Jersey National Guard, members of the 63rd Army Band, Staff Sergeant Justin Francis on trumpet, Specialist Daniel Laird on horn, Specialist Jordan Beckman, who is an alumna from Clearview, on the euphonium. Thank you once again for joining us, and have a safe and healthy Memorial Day weekend. Well, thank you guys all for coming out. I hope you enjoyed. Band sounded great, and thank you for your service. Have a nice rest of your day.